after the flood, from the rainbow to the call of Abraham. When the waters of judgment finally receded, the earth was silent. No cities, no laughter, no rebellion, only wind, waves, and the echoes of what once was. From that silence, 8 souls stepped into a new world, a cleansed world, but not yet a changed heart. The rainbow shone above them, heaven's covenant that never again would water destroy the earth. But that bow of color was more than a promise of safety. It was a reminder. Sin may drown in floodwaters, but the heart must still choose obedience. God spoke into that silence. I establish my covenant with you. The rainbow was his seal, mercy shining through stormlight. Each hue a message, judgment remembered, but mercy renewed. And yet, God's covenant was not just about climate. It was about character. He had preserved a family that would preserve his truth. A world wiped clean must be rebuilt with righteousness. But not long after, the same soil that received Noah's altar would also witness human pride take root again. Years passed. Noah planted vines, and one careless act revealed what even the flood couldn't wash away: the weakness of human nature. One moment of indulgence, one careless sip, and the patriarch of the new world lay uncovered in shame. Sin, though drowned, had not died. And in that moment, hearts were tested. 2 sons turned away with reverence, covering their father. One mocked. And once again, the line between reverence and rebellion was drawn, just as it had been before the flood. From Eden to Ararat, the struggle was the same. Would man rule himself, or let God reign within? Generations multiplied. Noah's children filled the valleys and plains. Instead of gratitude, pride returned. The memory of judgment faded like mist in the morning. They said, "Let us build a city and a tower that reaches heaven." But it wasn't architecture. It was arrogance. They sought to make a name for themselves, a monument of human defiance. Brick by brick, rebellion rose. Every stone stacked was a statement. We don't need God. Then came the confusion. Words once shared turned to chaos. One spoke, another stared, bewildered. Families split, languages divided, and the tower stood unfinished, an eternal symbol of where pride leads. But heaven had not abandoned the earth. Amid idolaters and skeptics, one man still sought the voice of the unseen God. He was different, not because he was flawless, but because he was faithful. When others worshipped the stars, he looked beyond them. His name was Abram. One night, under the desert sky, the voice of God came not in thunder, but in promise. Get out of your country, to a land that I will show you. No map, no guarantee, only trust. And that trust would become the seed of a nation, a covenant greater than the rainbow, built not in the clouds, but in the heart. Imagine it, leaving behind home, land, and family, walking toward nothing visible, guided only by faith. Each step was an act of worship. Each mile, a declaration, I believe. He passed through lands of idols and kings, yet built altars, not monuments. Where others sought names for themselves, Abram sought only the name of God, and heaven watched with joy. For at last, among the scattered nations, faith had found a friend. God spoke again. Look toward heaven and count the stars, so shall your descendants be. And the old wanderer gazed upward, seeing not just stars, but souls, generations of faith that would carry the light of heaven through history. And in that moment, Scripture says, he believed the Lord, and it was counted to him for righteousness. Faith, that simple, invisible trust, became the foundation of salvation for every believer to come. From the flood to the promise, God's message echoed again and again. The problem isn't the planet, it's the people. A new world means nothing if the heart remains old. Noah proved obedience saves. Babel proved pride scatters. Abraham proved faith restores. Through judgment, confusion, and wandering, God was writing the same story. That even in failure, mercy always seeks a way back. Today, humanity builds towers again, not of stone, but of knowledge, technology, and pride. We reach for heaven with data and machines, yet forget the God who gives breath to all. The confusion of Babel returns, not in language, but in truth. Voices speak, but few understand. And once more, heaven looks for a faithful heart. One voice to answer, "Here am I, Lord." The call of Abraham still echoes, not to leave land, but to leave self, not to cross deserts, but to cross doubt. The rainbow still glows, the covenant still stands. The question remains, will we walk by sight like Babel, or by faith like Abraham? This is Bible Unveiled, where every story reveals the heart of God.